welcome to Awesome Video Game Memories, where we talk about awesome memories about video games. I'm Ryan, and the game we're going to talk about today is Super Return of the Jedi. While Return of the Jedi isn't exactly my favorite movie in the Star Wars trilogy, I mean, for me, it has to go Empire, A New Hope, and then Jedi. I do think Return of the Jedi for the Super Nintendo is the closest we have to the movie and is the best of the three games on the Super Nintendo. While the graphics are still awesome like the previous two games, the gameplay is a lot better, a lot easier than the previous two games, and a lot more forgiving. And this time you get to play as Luke, Leia, and Slave Leia. Oh yeah. Slave Leia. Every Star Wars fan, well, every male Star Wars fan's dream girl. Han Solo, Chewbacca, and Wicket the Ewok, which add to a lot more variety in the game. And also, unlike Super Empire Strikes Back, where you had like freaking 10 Hoth levels and freaking 15 Dagobah levels, you actually do keep the Tatooine levels to a minimum, and you get to go to Tatooine, and there's this first extra level where you're on Luke's speeder, which wasn't in the movie, but I do think it was a pretty cool touch. Yeah, like on Tatooine, you get Jabba the Hutt levels, where that door eye is a lot bigger this time. And then you have, Jabba's palace, where you actually fight the Rancor in 16-bit, and it looks amazing in this game. And then you get the sail barge, where they play the correct music, and you get to fight Jabba as Slave Leia. And then you got the Endor levels, you have the speeder bikes, you got the forest, you have the shield generator base, and then you have the Death Star 2 levels, which are really cool. And the space levels where you pilot the Millennium Falcon as Lando Calrissian and Nien Nunb look really, really cool in this game. And while the game is definitely challenging, it feels like the challenge is just right. Although I do admit, the last Death Star level where you actually have to go into the core and shoot it is a bit difficult, but it's definitely beatable if you play it long enough. And just like the movie, the fight with Darth Vader is actually pretty easy, but the fight with the Emperor, well, in the movie, Darth Vader just picks up the Emperor and throws him into the reactor, but in the game, the Emperor does not go down that easily. He's like, well, if you're not going to join the dark side, I'm going to kill you! Like, he fucking fights you like how the Emperor fights Yoda in Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith. Like, he's all around the place just shooting lightning at you, like, holy shit, man. I thought that was a really good touch. Like, the Emperor went down a little too easily in the movie, but in the game, man, he ain't going down without a fight. And because the game was made a couple of years before the special edition of the movies, we get the correct ending song for the Ewoks, like bup bup ba-da bup bup ba-da bup ba-da ba-da bup ba-da ba. And we see Sebastian Shaw and not Hayden Christensen in the ending. So yeah, Super Return of the Jedi, I feel, is definitely the best of the Super Nintendo trilogy because it follows the movies the closest, and the challenge is just right. It's not too easy, it's not like super hard like the previous two games, and it definitely captures that feel of the movie very well. Especially when you play as Slave Leia. So at the time of recording this video, you can't get this game on any of the virtual consoles for Nintendo, and hopefully it will be on the PS4 by the time this video comes out or shortly after. And I definitely recommend Super Return of the Jedi because it's not only a solid adaptation of the movie in game form, it's definitely a solid action game. Alright, so that ends this episode of Awesome Video Game Memories about Super Return of the Jedi, and if you have any memories about this game, make sure to leave those in the comments below. And if you want to follow me on social media, you can follow me on Twitter at @RyanMolina and also at our main account at BattleGeek+. And if you want to see me and the BattleGeek+ crew play some games, make sure to catch us on twitch.tv/BattleGeek+. And also make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and may the Force be with you, because the Force was definitely with this game.
Please support us at patreon.com/BattleGeek+.